Eat that.
That's a chicken.
No, you're not allowed to eat meat.
What are you talking about?
It's bad for the environment.
So what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Alright, it's been a long time since I talked about vegan Karens here on the channel, and well, I'm honestly in the mood to bring it back. These vegan Karens have somehow managed to get worse since the last time I really talked about them here on the channel, so you know what, why not? Let's roast some vegan Karens today, and yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Now, before we get into this video, go ahead and like the video right now, or else you'll be infected with Karen disease. Yeah, believe it or not, it's an actual disease. If you get infected with this, you will become a Karen immediately. So like the video and let's get into it.
Eat that.
That's a chicken.
No, you're not allowed to eat meat.
What are you talking about?
It's bad for the
I'm just trying to
environment.
shock you. You just
I'm
let
gonna
it
take
shock.
it from
No,
you.
you're not.
I'm gonna
Hey,
take it
stop
for
it,
you.
stop.
Are you filming me?
Yeah, I am.
Stop.
Hey.
Going to hell.
Okay, can I just have my card back, please?
No, not if you're buying meat, you anti-vegan moron.
Okay, who cares?
I do. Are you filming me again?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, give me that.
Is this like that vegan teacher's like absolutely maniac sister? Like, I mean, it seems like it would run in the family. It seems like you'd find this chick somewhere with that vegan teacher, Katie Karen, talking about how veganism rules the world. I mean, honestly, dude, I'd much rather react to this chick than vegan teacher at this point because, like, my brain cells cannot physically handle Katie Karen. But, you know, I don't know if this is a skit or not. That video clip may be a skit. I mean, honestly, I don't necessarily think it is. It seems like something that a realistic Karen would do. I mean, Karens are, like, the biggest crackheads on this planet. Karens genuinely have the most God, I can't even speak, the most unironically obnoxious things to get mad about. Like, oh my god. Now, the next Karen we're gonna be reacting to is a Karen I have not talked about in a hot minute, and this chick is pretty much vegan teacher's daughter. Her name's Vegan Booty. A lot of you guys may remember her. She's like an icon on my channel and many other channels that talked about vegan teacher and stuff like that. God, I gotta take a breath. But you know what? Just like her mother, like daughter, like mother, like mother, like daughter, whatever the saying is, she's still going with the whole vegan propaganda, even though it's been like a year since she popped off and, people kind of stopped caring about her. So, you know what? Let's see what Vegan Booty has been up to, and let's react to it. Now, this video we're going to be reacting to is apparently about how, Vegan Booty got attacked by some non-vegan who, doesn't like what she's saying, but we're going to see, so let's get into it.
Or machines. They are people just like us and have the right to live freely from harm. Fucking hate you, dumb dog.
Keep your hands off that!
Don't you dare touch me.
Oh my god, bro, you got this hella dramatic intro making it seem like we're about to watch some IMAX classic movie or something. Like, relax, you're literally screaming at the top of your lungs through a, what are those things called, megaphones, dude? Like, you need to relax. One thing about, you know, this Vegan Booty chick that everybody didn't like about her was she was a nuisance, like a literal disturbance to people's normal day-to-day lives. Vegan teacher would just be obnoxious on the internet and preach her whole propaganda. But as you can see from here, from that, this chick is obnoxious and have to go out of her way to, like, talk about this whole veganism thing in front of, like, hundreds of random people at random big, highly crowded areas. She's talking about murder and death around literal kids 9 times out of 10. This looks like it's like a zoo or some kind of public place. I don't really know what this is, but, like, let's continue, get some more context, dog. She calls herself Vegan Booty, but I'm not seeing a booty back there. It looks like straight up cardboard. Like, I'm gonna be 100%. I thought it was a piece of, like, straight up paper. But you know, that aside, you know, she's just walking with havoc in her brain, dog. Like, she's walking so viciously, ready to turn on that megaphone and scream. And, yeah, she is at the zoo, which means there definitely is kids there, and you're over here talking about murdering animals and the death of animals, like, in front of these little kids. Like, bro, you gotta figure out a better way to portray your whole vegan activism. Like, what's with these vegans being like absolute scumbags, bro? It's not that hard to be a normal human being and not just go out of your way to make people's lives absolutely garbage by doing something like this. And she's gonna keep screaming at the top of her lungs or doing this in the megaphone until she gets a reaction from somebody. This is how desperate she is for some attention. It's bad.
In memory of Trisha's passing, I am here to bring light to the remaining imprisoned victims in Perth Zoo and other zoos across the world. I am here to tell you her story and let you know that animals in zoos
without
Trisha lived almost her entire life here.
Shout out to the guy in the back spit facts. Like, why you need that big megaphone for, bro? You got vocal cords that you don't need to be absolutely ear raped in real life. Like, just talk, bro. Like, it's not that hard. You have a voice and people can hear you. Once again, like I said, you're just disturbing people's like day-to-day life with their family. Some people are probably here, like I said, with their children, trying to take them on their first day to the zoo, trying to help them, you know, enjoy life, you know, and you're over here just making that worse for everybody by being a loser. I get not standing for like people who eat meat and not liking that, and being a vegan and just, you know, overall not liking what happens to animals, because yeah, sure, some of it is cruel, but like that doesn't give you the right to go and harass people on a daily basis in public for reactions and expecting people to turn vegan that way. If anything, if I ever ran into this woman, I think she'd make me absolutely never ever consider going vegan in my life because of how hostile she is over this whole like opinion or point or way of living she has. It's obnoxious, dude.
Imprisoned in Perth Zoo. She was kidnapped from her family in Vietnam at the age of 6 and was transported into Perth Zoo prison. Put yourself in her and her family's position. It's unimaginable as to how traumatizing that experience would have been. Trisha spent her first 25 years in captivity here in a tiny concrete enclosure. After that, she was moved to a large...
You can literally hear her intentionally getting louder and louder and louder and louder and louder once people just walk past her and ignore her. Like, do you not know how to take social hints? Do you not know how to socially read people's body language and how they're acting? If they really were interested in hearing what you had to say, they would have stopped, listened to what you were saying, gave you a round of applause when you were done with this. But instead, people are coming up to you trying to fight them. You're getting your people involved trying to fight them back because they don't want to go vegan and they don't want to hear you be obnoxious. These vegans are all about great lifestyles and having great people around them in the vegan community, but them themselves are genuine scumbags. And I'm not trying to generalize all vegans because not all vegans are like this, and honestly, most vegans are chill people. Not even just chill, they're normal people because they don't let veganism rule their entire life. Like, it's just their diet and the way they choose to carry themselves as far as what they eat. It's not that hard to understand. Like, bro, there's more to life than just vegans, bro. Other people have their own way of eating and their own diets, and if you get over that, then I feel like you'd be able to convert a lot of other people to veganism if you stop trying to come across forcefully and hostile.
Imprisonment enclosure and spent the rest of her life enslaved in captivity. Putting animals in zoos is cruel, barbaric, and outdated. Animals are not food, commodities, entertainment, clothing, objects, or machines. They are people just like us and have the right to live freely from harm.
Fucking hate you, dumb dog. Why do you hate someone who's trying to stop animal abuse? Why do you hate someone who's trying to stop animal abuse?
They take such good care of the animals here. You have no fucking idea how much they love the animals here, you dumb slut.
We have... How do we do this?
Man, shout out to that lady right there, honestly, because I can't blame her. It's frustrating hearing some absolute idiot over a megaphone for multiple minutes on end screaming down your throat about being vegan. Shut your mouth, you idiot. Nobody cares. Like, stop revolving the life, or your life, excuse me, or people's lives around yourself, bro. Like, this is a world full of billions of other people that don't want to have to listen to you scream at the top of your lungs in the middle of the afternoon about animal cruelty at a zoo. You're an idiot, dude. It's that simple. You're absolutely inconsiderate of others. Most people working at a zoo actually like animals. They love animals and they treat them with care. Like this woman said, you know, I've seen it firsthand, at least where I live in the zoos I went to. People genuinely love animals, and a lot of people who work at these zoos treat these animals with care. Sure, there's some people who just don't really care for animals, but a lot of the people, like I said, that are employed at a zoo actually have some kind of love for animals, or they appreciate that work, that field they're in. So I mean, it's that simple. Like they're putting these animals in zoos and like doing absolutely inhumane things to them, taking their lives, like starving them and treating them like absolute just aliens or something, bro.
Put this back on here. Talk about the animals.
They are stuck, enslaved in a prison. Think about them. We have the choice to show our respect for animals by letting them live a natural life rather than contributing to an institution that breeds them for a life.
Bro, she was literally loud enough with the megaphone. Well, no, not with the megaphone. She's even louder without the megaphone. Like, bro, she was chilling without it. Like, she was screaming as is, and I mean, people could hear her fine. But no, let's go ahead, overkill. Let's get the megaphone, bro. Like, stop. Like, you're just making it worse on yourself because people find you annoying. Like, this is a common fact. I feel like this is a common thing. But when you annoy people, the likelihood of them respecting you, listening to you, is very slim. So if you going out in public and doing this, the likelihood of anybody respecting you enough to take what you're saying into consideration is very, very slim. So, like, gotta figure out a better approach, my man, or my girl or chick or whatever you are, you vegan creature.
In captivity, you can make a difference to the lives of animals in zoos by choosing animal-friendly alternatives to zoos, such as admiring animals in their natural environment, not in a prison cell, going to animal sanctuaries who have the best interests of animals and do not make profit from them, or watching nature documentaries. Zoos want you to believe that they exist for conservation. However, it is estimated that less than 3% of a zoo's budget goes to conservation, while the majority goes towards high-tech exhibits and marketing efforts to lure visitors. Zoos exist primarily for profit. They view animals as commodities and confine them in captivity for entertainment. Here is some information about zoos that they don't want you to know. Sir?
Genuine question, but can they, like, not kick her out? Like, is it, like, impossible for them to kick her out of the zoo? Like, if you work there and she's causing a disruptance to your, you know, your customers or whoever, whatever you would call somebody attending the zoo, your guests, why would you keep her there? You can literally kick her out, and if she tries to come back, trespassing, bro. That's not that, I don't know, maybe it's different in Australia, but yeah, that's what they would do here in America 9 times out of 10.
Plus, management strategies are one of the best kept secrets of modern zoos. One of the biggest draw cards for zoos is baby animals. Babies will often be bred even when there isn't enough room to keep them, inevitably resulting in too many animals in zoos. Something that zoos regularly do behind closed doors is murder animals when there are too many of them. In 2014, the world reacted with shock and outrage when a healthy 2-year-old giraffe named Marius was murdered and cut up in front of spectators at Copenhagen Zoo. His body was then fed to the lions. In response to widespread criticism, Copenhagen Zoo's scientific director defended the decision, saying that the zoo had a surplus of giraffes and that this is something that's done every day, not just not in the public eye.
She just doesn't know what stop means, does she? I mean, she's continuing to go. Like, even though people have obviously expressed how frustrated they are with her, this is why people will not have respect for her. And any vegans who try to do this, people won't have respect for you. It's just a pretty common sense thing. You annoy people, you're an annoyance to them, you're a pest, you're a bug, you're whatever you want to call it. They're not going to listen to you, and nobody's listening to you. They're walking past you, and they're probably going to go to their house, laugh at you with their family, because you're an absolute joke. You are a joke. The amount of kids that are there probably just trying to enjoy their time at the zoo, and they have to be interrupted by some maniac on a megaphone bothering them, screaming at the top of their lungs, as well as their parents and their family, as well as just bad, man. Like, nobody has respect for you doing this. You just look like a clown.
Just a short time later, Copenhagen Zoo was in the news again for murdering 4 healthy lions to make room for a new male lion they wanted to breed. The relevant zoo standards in Australia allow a similar judgment to be made about surplus animals in zoos here, but these management decisions are rarely made public. Zoos also routinely trade and relocate animals who they deem to have outlived attractive to profitability or who no longer fit into breeding schemes. Trading animals with other zoos can be extremely stressful for the animals who are relocated, as they leave behind social bonds and surroundings they have grown accustomed to. Just like SeaWorlds and other marine parks, for zoos, the interests of animals come second to attracting visitors and making money. The best way to learn about animals...
You know what, on that note, I'm gonna sign out. If you guys want more vegan Karen videos again, and go ahead and show this video a lot of support. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.